More than just being a coach's daughter, Sage is a dynamic leader on her own, and she's bringing her abilities in all parts of the court to the back row of the national champion Badgers. Sage Damrow is this week's exceptional athlete.
Senior number 3, Sage Damrow.
She's a game changer from the introductions. Sage Damrow is Howard Grove's do-it-all star and has been for 4 years, dating back to a tournament in September of her freshman season.
Yeah, I just remember having to step back and step into my own role, knowing that I need to be a leader on the team, and if the team needs me in a certain role, I had to be there for them.
That role for the past 4 years has been all 6 rotations on the court. She finished her high school career with 998 kills, but that's presumably the last time she'll even be an outside hitter in her career. Because she's headed to Madison on scholarship to play libero for the national champion Badgers.
Yeah, it's honestly just been so fun to see them develop, because knowing that I'm going to be there next year, I love to see that they're such a team and team-based culture, and we have that here, honestly, and just knowing that nothing's really going to change when I go there is just exciting.
When she got hurt, she could have just said, I have things that I'm going off in the future to do. That was never. This community, I think if you go back, one of the first interviews she had when we won our state championship when she was a freshman, it was all about community. Like, she just loves playing in front of these people, and it's where she grew up.
The injury. With everything ahead of Sage, tearing her meniscus early in the year would have wrapped up a senior season for many college-bound athletes. Instead, she made it back in just 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was really hard when I got hurt, because it's my senior year, obviously, and I didn't want to be out for any of it.
I mean, we didn't know how this was going to go. And she told me specifically it was not about college. It had nothing to do with the next level. It was about this community and this team.
But it was also about something near and dear to her heart, one more run with Dad. Brett Damrow celebrated win number 500 as a head coach this year, and Sage was there as a part of it. And even though she wasn't alive for his first win, each time this duo takes the court, it means the world to both of them.
Yeah, as you can probably see, I'm emotional. I've tried to reflect a lot on it. There's so much reflection I've done on my own. Like, yeah, I just remember Sage, we put up wrestling mats when she was young, and the varsity girls would be hitting balls at her, and she'd be on the wrestling mat so she wouldn't hurt herself at 3, 4, 5 years old, and she'd be taking these balls, to now is trying to do something that's very unique. A lot of memories, a lot of reflection.
It's just amazing sharing that same experience with someone that you love, and you can bring it home, and it's just a memory that you'll have forever. Like, he's not just my coach. I'm not just going to leave him after 4 years. Like, I'm going to have these memories for my entire life. So it's really amazing.
Such an incredible relationship. As we mentioned, over 500 wins in his career for Brett Damrow, and his daughter Sage now has a large number of those. Congrats once again to the Damrow family and the Howard Grove community for capturing another state title.
We don't even need a chair to sit in. We're so excited for this game.
For our kids right away, it's a day that we circle when we hand out the calendars for sure.
This is a big thing for a lot of people.
Oh, it means everything. It's more than just team versus team. It means everything to the game. It means everything to the city.
A football feud spanning a century. Rivals separated by the Fox River, but a contest persisting even through the world's biggest challenges.
It's honestly unbelievable. You know, all the history that the United States has had in that time frame, and to continue to have this game that stayed consistent. The two teams that have always been the red and the purple. You know, I mean, honestly, words don't even describe the cool history that's behind it.
East-West, a rivalry that started even before the Green Bay Packers played here at City Stadium. Now one of the longest-running high school football games in the entire country survives another year consecutively thanks to the alternate spring season.
Back in the summertime when guys visualize about the season ahead, I think they think about this game coming up, you know. This game means so much to my family that my in-laws are flying in from Philadelphia to watch our baby so that my wife can come to the game.
You know, it gives us, both the coach over there and myself, a great opportunity to start a new chapter in this rivalry, to have a lot of fun with it, and continue this long history. 115 meetings in a rivalry is unheard of even across the country.
And history aside, for these current teams, getting their first win against their forever foe would mean a little more.
and there's a long history of rivalry between us. So it means a lot. It's a big honor to be a senior here and just go all out.
It will mean everything. In my varsity career, I play football, basketball, track. I've never won a game against East, and we got to get one. This is my last chance.
In Green Bay, Matt Reynoldson, Local 5 Sports.
Last week, the Tritons capped off their first undefeated campaign in school history, led by senior Emmett Lawton's 41 regular season goals. This team is back in the playoffs and ready to win it all this time around, and Emmett Lawton is this week's exceptional athlete.
He gives the Notre Dame offense a little extra kick. And head, and any other way you can imagine putting one in the back of the net. Notre Dame senior forward Emmett Lawton has a staggering 7 postseason goals through 2 games, to go with 41 in the regular season, an average of 2 goals per game.
It was a goal of mine, obviously. Kind of try to put that aside as no matter how many goals, I want the goal ball at the end, but not proud of myself for it, the work I put in, and all those are assists for my teammates, so proud of them as well. So yeah,
Emmett's he's great at pressuring, he's great at scoring goals, and so it's a perfect system for him because he can run all day. He will get back and help defend, and he gets the ball back and scores. That's just what he does.
Lawton's all-around game shows his commitment to success on the soccer pitch, but one of the key advantages to his game is the overall athleticism. The senior is a standout basketball player for the Tritons, and his vertical ability translates from the hardwood to the pitch.
I think part of it is his athletic background. I mean, playing basketball, obviously he's got some athleticism there, the ability to jump and get in the air and be dangerous in the air as well. And you don't typically find that in soccer players where they're able to score in every single way possible, whether it's in the air, whether it's on the ground, whether it's free kicks, whatever it is. He's just got a great combination of scoring in so many different ways, and it's been invaluable for our team.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite part of basketball is the transition game. Kind of free to do whatever you want, and with soccer there's even more of that creativity component. So I love the transition game. So yeah, hopefully carry out some of that in the postseason.
And carry it out he has. Lawton has 7 playoff goals. The rest of the team has 6. And as the Tritons push forward to even more difficult opponents, the senior captain knows his team's maturity will pay dividends, hopefully, finally, in the form of a gold ball.
The nicest factor about it, I'd say, is the experience part. I feel like we're veterans, not looking past any game in these playoffs. And then with being so young, sophomore year, making it all the way to the end, and then junior year as well, we have the experience. The younger guys, some of us were with us, some of us watched us. So they've been there. It'll contribute to the mindset we have when we get there through all these games in the postseason. Like I said, not looking past any of them. But yeah, it's a good feeling to go back with the same dudes, trying to finish one off with them.
A 6'5" senior, number 3, Donovan Williams.
The Navigators' star is back in the spotlight. After 8 months of recovery from a torn ACL, the senior standout and national recruit is back in full form.
And the game belonged to Williams. 31 points and a big win in his return.
But it wasn't always a sure thing.
After the injury happened, I didn't think I was going to get back to this point at all. I was at rock bottom, but I feel like it was a blessing in disguise and showed that there's more to, to life than just basketball.
You look at it as a book. The final chapter, it seems, is tonight that starts the new book. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I was seeing all negative. It was all negative, nothing positive for about the first month or 2. And then, the window opened where I kind of looked outside the box and thought about, the end. Like you said, the last chapter, which is coming back, proving everybody wrong.
You took me to one of your rehab sessions. Some people think rehab gets easier as you go along, but you told me that's not the case.
No, not at all. The first, about 6 weeks were pretty tough, just because I had to learn how to walk again, how to bend my leg again. People don't know about 90% of it. People think, they hear ACL injury and ACL tears, and they're like, oh, well, he'll be out for 8 or 9 months, and he'll be back. But you don't see every morning when I'm in there, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm in there at 7 a.m., working my butt off for an hour and a half before school. So, it's kind of like a book. You see the front cover and the back, but you don't see all the pages, you know. You kind of just look past it.
For the mental side of the game, how much did coaching and helping from the sidelines with your teammates help you become a better basketball player?
It helped me a lot, you know. Instead of, you know, getting on my teammates and, you know, yelling at them for each little mistake, you know, I have to build them up.
Let's go, Quad. There you go, Josh.
And, you know, I have to encourage them and, you know, get the best out of them. It's not always, oh, you did this wrong, you did this wrong. It's, you know, you did this wrong, but here's how you can fix it, you know. And I wasn't really doing that when I was in the court. And I realized that now since I'm on the bench. And, you know, it changed me a lot as a player. Because I realized it's not all about me. You know, it's bigger than just Donovan. And if I don't get the best out of all these guys, well, I mean, we're 14 deep. If I don't get the best out of these 13 other guys, then, you know, getting to state is not possible.
Well, this is Donovan's story now, but your story doesn't end with the end of your high school basketball career. What's one thing that you want to show coaches that senior Donovan Williams can do?
That I'm a program changer. I'm just that type of kid. You know, I love being around people. You know, I love being around kids. I'm just a nice guy. So, you know, and then basketball comes after that. I'm out there for a reason. You know, I'm not out there to test the waters. I'm out there to do what I have to do to win.